And instead of just letting him go and trusting God and going to church and staying consistent and becoming the one in order to attract the one God has for you and doing that whole thing, women just hold on.
You don't move in with somebody, to save money on bills. And
so many people do that.
So many do. I do have one guy I'm thinking of as a client, good guy, and he had brought it up because his marriage she was afar and they were just meeting on Zoom, and then they chose to get married, and then she moved here and they had to live together. But they were plugged into church. They were plugged into their pastor. They lived in the same apartment or home that they had, but they had to sleep in separate rooms.
And they did that until they got married.
Until the marriage actually took place, which was their way of honoring
one another.
That's hard to do.
And honoring the Lord is what they were doing.
They were honoring the Lord. They were honoring one another, and that worked out. That worked out. So, it's so important, guys, I think, that you just make the commitment to living with someone and living life together should be a marriage commitment.
It should be a marriage commitment, because if you are going to church and they're not going to church, you are going to be growing at different levels, and you will not be aligned, and you won't be equal in what you're doing, and the other person's going to end up annoying you, and frustrations and disappointment comes, and that's where the tension comes and all that stuff, because you can't be growing and they're not growing. It doesn't work. And if you are staying in a situation because of finances, it's like you're not trusting the Lord. You are not trusting God to take care of you and end that relationship, and trusting that God's going to provide a way for you to.
You're trying to cheat God's order.
Yeah.
You can't cheat God's order. You can't cheat death.
I remember when I did it.
You can't cheat God's order.
I remember when I